Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different to the norm. So recently I did put on my Instagram, for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, here is my Instagram. Every now and then I will do a sort of like a Q&A or an ask me questions type thing on Instagram, and I often get recommendations or suggestions for types of videos to do, and this one has been asked of me several times over the years, and that is to show off my Sunderland Kit Collection. Now that I've got all my kits out and all my shirts out, I realise I don't actually have anywhere near as many as I had, or at least I once had. A lot of them have gone missing over time, but a lot of you guys seem to be interested to know what kits I do have. I know I did used to have them as my backdrop for videos and stuff like that, so a lot of you guys are interested to know exactly what kits I do have. So I thought I would just go through them with you, and then you can let me know what your favourite kit that I do have is in the comment. And of course what would be very interesting as well to know is, what is your favourite kit of all time? You know, it could be a Sunderland kit or any other kit. Mind you, let me know in the comments down below. But we'll just go through it. I'll tell you my thoughts on the kit, whether I do actually like it or not, from a sort of a fashion perspective and what that kind of shirt means to me. It might mean nothing, but there we go. Firstly, let's start off with the abomination that is on my back right now. So the story behind this kit is, of course, this is the kit that Sunderland did use when they did go down from the Championship to League One, which was absolutely horrible. It's actually my least favourite season of all time, you know, because it's a season where I didn't expect us to go down. No one really expected us to go down from the start, and we just ended up with a team that just seemed to not care at all for the club that we love so much. The Stage of My Life, which was a place I used to be so excited to go. I am, of course, now very excited to go all the time, but it becomes so toxic. I'd never seen the Stage of My Life so toxic. So for me, this shirt just gives me nothing but bad memories. So you might say, well, why have you got it then, Joe? Why have you got it on? Well, I didn't actually get this shirt until midway through that season, because I hate the design of this shirt. It's grown on me somewhat, a little bit, over the last few years. But the reason I didn't get it is because I think the lines and how small and thin the lines are, it does look like a carrier bag of some kind, you know, from like your local office. It looks absolutely horrible. The only reason I purchased this shirt was because midway through the season they did a campaign where Bradley Lowry, the Bradley Lowry Foundation, was placed on the shirt. So I wanted to donate, and at least, you know, and then it's a nice bit of memorabilia with Bradley's sort of legacy left on it. So that's why I got this shirt. Had that not been on the shirt, this wouldn't be featured in the video, because it's a goddamn abomination. But next up we have this kit, and for this kit a lot of people will associate this with maybe Fabio Borini. For me it reminds me a lot more of Josie Altidore, and I'm not too sure why, but it does. Now I do actually really like this kit. The only thing is, someone bought it me with, I think is it 3 times too big for me? Yes, it's well, 2 times. It's double my size essentially. I have no idea. Yes, I used to have a bit of weight on me, but not this much. So I think I've worn it like once or twice around the house. It's essentially brand new. It doesn't fit me. I've barely worn it. But the shirt itself, I do absolutely love. If you guys can remember it, let me know in the comments down below what you think of each shirt anyway. But yeah, that's the Josie Altidore special. And next up, a more recent kit. This is the away kit from a couple of seasons ago in League One. And it was one that I actually did really like until they stuck this on it. Yes, of course, the charity itself, it's an excellent charity, that's not what I'm saying. But we did have Betdaq as a sponsor, but then for a couple of seasons, they stuck this thing directly over the sponsor. If we did just have the Betdaq, that would be one of my favourite shirts. So I love the colour, I love the blue and the red going down together, and I love the dark blue as well. Everyone, for those you don't know, sky blue is my favourite colour with Sunderland kits, but this one just seems to work very well. And if you have a look on the inside, it's just so tacky. If you have a look on the inside, you can actually see, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, where Betdaq is actually underneath it, and it is just being ironed and stuck over. It is so unbelievably tacky. So yes, the potential of being a nice kit was there, but no, not for me. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this shirt. And now to one of my more favourite shirts, and you probably see it on the live streams a lot, and it is this one, of course. It is the 1973 replica. Of course, this is the shirt that was worn when Sunderland did win the FA Cup, and I absolutely love it. I love collars on a kit anyway, so from a fashion standpoint it sticks out for me. The fitting is really nice, you know, sort of like around the arms and the shoulders and stuff. You know, I know a lot of you guys who mock me for wearing sort of tight fitting kits sometimes, particularly the yellow kit from last season, which I couldn't breathe in and could have very easily died. But yeah, I do like the sort of tighter fitting around the sort of shoulders and arms, and this is just a gorgeous kit in general. And of course it's a very important piece of Sunderland's history. So for me, this is one of my favourite kits of all time. Yeah, so that's that one. And now back to League One. It is our first kit that we did have in League One, and I do actually really like this kit, and it's the first kit I ever got. Jamsarny on the back as well, and I got it, oh my god, that's terrifying, that, on my 26th birthday. For those of you who don't know, this Saturday coming, I am 30. That shows how long I've been doing YouTube for now. Jesus, shit on a bike. But yeah, I do actually really like this kit. I think I actually did get a size too small with this one. The fitting for this one is pretty ill-fitting, should I say. But the design I do quite like. I know a lot of people didn't like how the red and white stripes didn't follow through on the back, but I know there's some rules and regulations now with the numbers getting mixed up because there's stripes on the back. But I didn't mind it in the end, and I did actually quite like this kit. And now we do have this one. I have been wearing this one a lot recently. This kit here, I think this is the 2009-2010 kit, and if you can see, I love how around the badge, which is embroidered by the way, it's not the stupid sticker ones now, if you can see around, it actually has the Sunderland badge kind of around it, kind of faded in behind the badge, if you see what I mean, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The fitting on it is beautiful. I love the design on it. I love the elasticated sleeves as well. I've always loved that on kits. And he reminds me of Loic Sarno, or Loic Canna, however you want to pronounce it, and he was one of my favourite players of all time, and I loved him, even though he was only here for a season. But yeah, I absolutely love this kit, mainly for that reason as well. It reminds me of Loic. Sadly, this is actually the sponsor is peeling off a little bit, but once you do give it an iron, it actually sticks on quite well. So it's just when it comes out of the wash, it starts hanging off again. But yeah, this is a gorgeous kit. Absolutely love this kit. And now we have last season's home kit. Now I absolutely love the design of this kit. Absolutely love it. It looks quite basic for some people, but I love we've got the red and white back on the back as well. I love the fade at the top, that the red just fades into the white. Do you know what I mean? And also you can actually see the Sunderland badge. It's kind of, you can't really see it in this at all, in this lighting, but in the background there, it's kind of faded, the Sunderland badge. It's the black cat type thing. I didn't get a name on the back this time, but it's just an absolutely gorgeous kit. The fitting is a little bit harsh. A little bit like the yellow kit, which was strange because this kit, it does fit me. It is a little bit snug, but it does fit me. So I got the yellow away kit in the exact same size, and the away kit was 10 times as tight, and as you all saw on live streams, I couldn't breathe. But this kit, I think, is a gorgeous kit in terms of its design. Absolutely love this kit. Again, with all the kits, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And now to another home League One kit, and it's this one here. This one I am not a massive fan of. Again, it's from the same season as the dark blue away kit with the logo here, or the sort of slapped on sponsor here, the Children with Cancer. Again, it's a brilliant charity, but it just looks so wrong. It's just a sticker that is stuck on. It's like this rubber sticker. The feel of it is horrible and uncomfortable, and the bet deck is underneath it, and it's so visible. It just looks terrible. And this one is another one where I did get jamsarny on the back as well. Number 9, big jamsarny, Sunderland's number 9. But yeah, so I don't mind the kit. There's a lot of white. For me, for a Sunderland kit, that is a lot of white for a Sunderland kit. It sounds daft. For someone who isn't a Sunderland fan or isn't too bothered about kits, this probably sounds a bit stupid, but I think you need the ratio between red and white to be a certain way. And for me, there's just only 3 lines for me. There's just a lot of white in this kit, and it doesn't feel like a Sunderland shirt to me. Almost like a training kit or a knockoff. So it isn't terrible, it just doesn't feel like a proper Sunderland kit. But now to a proper Sunderland kit. This one is my favourite Sunderland home shirt of all time. This, for anyone looking out there, how to do a Sunderland shirt, this is how you do a Sunderland shirt. So this was my first ever home kit. Not this one in that specifically, because the original one that got lost and probably got ripped to shreds, and it wouldn't fit me now. So I've repurchased it. I can't remember whether I got it from eBay or something a couple of years ago, but I absolutely love this kit. I hold so many memories with this kit. Yes, when we did start wearing this kit, I think we did go down in the Premier League I think it was Division 1 at the time, went down to Division 1. So those memories aren't great, but this was just as the time as I kind of started supporting Sunderland. I think it was the season before, so obviously around with Kevin Phillips' time and what have you, which obviously was amazing. But this was my first ever Sunderland shirt, so it holds a lot of memories for me, despite it being a relegation season. I absolutely loved this kit, you know, with Kevin Phillips, now, you know, I think Tori Andre Flo coming at that point. Now the away kit to this is actually my favourite Sunderland kit of all time. It's sky blue. I've said it a million times, and I did actually recently buy it from the Fans Museum, but it turned up in terrible condition. You know, I know Fans Museum did do a great job, but it turned up in minging condition, you know, with stains everywhere that wasn't specified when I bought it and stuff. But this isn't me complaining about Fans Museum. It is a bit, but there we go. But yeah, so this is my favourite Sunderland home kit of all time. It's got the collar as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. 10 out of 10 for me, that. Now another Sunderland home shirt. Now I don't actually mind this. I don't mind it at all. I do actually like in the collar there, where it says "How are the lads?" I do like that. I think the fitting is alright. It is relatively basic for me. There's nothing too much to it. It does feel like a bit of a training kit. I do like that line there. I don't know why, but I like that line over the back of the collar. But yeah, so this was the home kit from not last season, the season before. It isn't a terrible Sunderland kit by any stretch, but it is very, very basic, and there isn't too much character, apart from the How are the lads, which I do really like. I think it's a really, really nice touch. But yeah, I don't know what it is about this kit. It's one of those, I don't know, can't really make my mind up. You might be thinking, oh, I'm saying this about one kit and I'm saying something about the other and they look exactly the same. But if you do like kits the way I do, there's just something about them that you just know is quite off or isn't quite right. And for this one, there's just something there that is missing. And now to another one of my favourite kits of all time, this one. An absolute thing of beauty. It's a very baggy fitting, but they did all used to be anyway. But this was a third kit many years ago, which they never really used to use. They didn't used to, they didn't really use this kit too often, the third kit. I think they only used it, probably it was doing single digits easily. But this reminds me of Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips actually had the long sleeve version of this, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. It really is just absolutely beautiful. I just love how the simplicity in the white and the red, it just goes so, so well, and I love it. And yeah, so this is one of my favourite kits of all time as well. The old school kits, the Reg Vardy ones, I absolutely adored. It's probably nostalgia that's kicking in. Some of you guys might be looking at these and just thinking, oh God, there's not to that. But my nostalgia for it is probably creeping in a little bit. But this is an absolutely gorgeous kit. It has to be said. Come on. And now another away kit from a couple of seasons ago, and it is this one. Now, had this fit a little bit better, and as you can see, there's a number 10 jamsarny on that one. Had this fit a little bit better, I think this might have been one of my favourite kits. A lot of people were indifferent because of the dark blue and then the big red collar, but as I say, I like collars and I like the buttons as well. I think that's really nice. And there's actually detail to the shirt. Can you actually see the detail there on the shirt itself? The sort of pattern, I think that's really, really nice. For me, yeah, if this fit me a little bit better, and that's not due to my weight and stuff like that, it's just the general fitting of a shirt. You know when it's either a bit snug or a bit not. It's a bit baggy in certain areas and tight in others. It's just quite an awkward one, this one, in terms of the fitting. But this would have had room there to be one of my favourites because I do actually like the design of this one. Sometimes I like the quirky ones, and this is slightly quirky, I guess, with the colour. It is very much contrasting the red and the dark blue, I get that. But there's something about it I do actually quite like. What about you guys? But now to the last shirt of the video, and it is this season's away kit. Now, I have said that I love sky blue kits. They're gorgeous. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful shirt. But the only thing for me is it just doesn't have any real identity to it. It just feels like it is a Nike template and a Sunderland badge stuck on it. Do you know what I mean? The colour is absolutely perfect, and I do actually really, really like the design. But you can also find these exact shirts in JD for like 15, 20 quid, if that, or Sports Direct, cheap as chips. And then if you stuck a Sunderland badge on it, you know, it'd be exactly the same. So, I don't really like these kits that just come straight from Nike like that because there's just such a little identity to them. But it is a nice kit nevertheless. But yeah, so that is it, guys. I do love that sky blue. I do love it. I should wear it more. I keep on forgetting I've got this kit, to be honest with you. Because even like this season's home kit I haven't bought, I've told you guys what I think about that kit. It's strange because when I see like people wearing them in pictures, or when I see the lads on TV wearing them, or from a distance when I'm actually watching in the ground or in a stadium, I think they look nice, but when they're up close, I hate the material of the new one, and I think it does look quite tacky. But I don't know, I might end up getting them if they go on offer or something, but this season's home kit's been the first one I haven't got. First home kit in a good few years, as you can see. But yeah, there's been a lot of shirts that I've lost over the years or have been ripped and stuff, and I have recently moved into this flat, and I did get rid of another sort of 3 or 4, maybe even 4 or 5 Sunderland kits because the sort of, the quality, there was either rips in them, or the coloration was just a bit off because I've had them for so long, or the sort of the branding is peeled off, and it just looks terrible and tacky. So I did get rid of quite a lot as well, but that's everything I've got at the minute. So there we go, guys. Which was your favourite shirt that I've shown in this video? Again, I know it's not an absolutely mammoth collection, but it's just something that you guys asked me to do and have asked me to do for years now, so I thought I would give it you. So there we go. If you have enjoyed, hit the like button for me. It's massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, take care and stay jammy.